So today I have done absolutely nothing, and that was just fine with me. That wasn't the plan. I was really wanting to go to Sky Lagoon today and also maybe to one of the sites where I could see the volcano eruption, but it just didn't happen. For some reason, I couldn't get myself motivated to get up and out. And when I was talking to Marcus, he was saying that, I'm probably just needing to rest. Like my body's probably just telling me to rest and to kind of get my mind in the right place. And since I'm in this room with not anything to do, like no TV, no nothing, it's really forced me to think about things a lot. And being in your thoughts a lot can be good, but it can also kind of be a scary place because sometimes your thoughts are not telling you the most positive things. And in this situation, I need to be telling myself, pumping myself up, like, you can do this, you've done it before. And that's not always the thoughts that I have when I am alone. So it's one of those things that I think that most people experience as far as not wanting to be alone with their thoughts for too long. I know that I read a study that the University of Virginia did where they put men and women into this room and they said to sit alone with their thoughts, like no other distractions, for 6 to 15 minutes. And if they didn't do that, then the way out was to give themselves an electric shock. And 67% of men gave themselves the electric shock instead of sitting with their thoughts, and 25% of women did that. So what that tells me is that our own mind sometimes can be a really scary place. So we just tend to fill that space with screen time and with just talking to other people. And we don't really spend enough time with ourselves. And when we do, it becomes really uncomfortable. And so I feel like that's what I was experiencing today. But I also think that it's necessary, especially right now when I'm about to embark on something big. And no matter how many times I do it, I still have the same anxieties around it. And one of the big anxieties that I have is my group, because I don't have any idea who's going to be in the group. And it could be that there's no one that I can even communicate with. It could be people from all different countries. I could be the only female in the group, the only one from the US. That's never happened before, but really it can happen, because all it is that we're the people that signed up for that particular tour on that date. And so we know nothing about each other. And it can be very disorienting, that very first meeting that we have. Like the first time we see each other, there's going to be all these snap judgments that take place, which is a natural thing, because that's always what our brain is doing to kind of protect us. We're always having to analyze things very quickly. So some of the things that'll be obvious right up front is that I'm a female, I'm a Black female, and I am solo, and also my age. And so we're also kind of looking at each other's, making sure that we think that everyone can physically do this, because you want to kind of know whether or not people are capable of it. And that's a judgment that we end up making right up front. And sometimes we'll admit it later, like, I didn't think you were going to be able to do it, but you're doing a really good job. That's how I know that we think that. We all think the same thing. And during the very first conversation we have, a few things will come up. The fact that I'm married, I have kids, I'm a teacher, and also that I have experience in hiking. And I've done some pretty difficult mountains. I've done some big treks. And so people expect me to be good at it. And I am actually not good at it. Surprise, surprise. I just do it because of the other things that I get out of it. The sense of accomplishment and just challenging myself and having a goal outside of being a wife, a mom, and a teacher, and just doing something for myself and being able to pull from that strength when I need it. But I'm actually not very good at hiking. So during the first hike, they will find out that although I do have a lot of experience compared to some people, I am not the strongest hiker. And I really hope that that doesn't make people think that they need to come to my rescue, because that has definitely happened in the past, and I always feel bad about that. But I needed it. I just don't want to be the person that needs it. And I've worked really hard this year to not be the person that needs anyone to come to my rescue. So tomorrow morning, I will get up and meet at this bus stop in the middle of Reykjavik. It's not too far from where my guest lodge is. And I'll put that heavy backpack on my back and I'll go to that bus stop and I'll meet my group. And we will take a bus ride from there out to the starting point for the trek up in the mountains. And by tomorrow evening, I will be at my first hut, and it'll be the end of day one. I'm already at the end of day one. I haven't even started. But yeah, so right now I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna journal a little bit, and I'm gonna stay in my thoughts because I need to, and I need to process some things, and I need to kind of hype myself up a little bit because nobody else is here to do it. So that's it. It rains every day here, and it's not like a downpour to where you can't go outside, but it definitely is rainy. I think it's just this time of year in the summer. I'm assuming that in the winter it's snow, but there's definitely precipitation all the time. So today is no different. I just finished up dinner at a good fish and chips place. And then I stopped by this little grocery store to get a couple of items that I need to leave in the morning. I'm gonna go back to my room and I'll be there for the rest of the night. So today was very chill. I didn't do much and that was just fine with me. So as I'm here intentionally spending time in my own thoughts, I remembered a quote about anxiety that was by the Dalai Lama, and it spoke about anxiety in a way that I hadn't really heard it spoken about before, and it helped me with whatever I was dealing with at that time. I don't really remember, and I think it's going to help me this time too, so I wanted to share it with you just in case it resonates with you as well. So it says, the Dalai Lama, when asked what surprised him most about humanity, answered, man, because he sacrifices his health in order to make money. Then he sacrifices money to recuperate his health. And then he's so anxious about the future that he does not enjoy the present. The result being that he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he's never going to die and then dies having never really lived. And I feel like this whole experience is just for me to live life to its fullest. And I want to go out there with an open mind and with an open heart and take in everything that this experience has to offer, while also staying safe and keeping in mind that I have so many people back at home that love me. And hopefully I can make the most of it without ruining it with my own negativity. So I think now I'm in a good headspace, and I'm going to call it a night and start bright and early in the morning.